Welcome to the Cloud Security lesson. Click Next to get started. After completing this lesson, you will be able to achieve these objectives. Understand what the cloud is and how it came to be. Identify the different types of cloud services. Describe how cloud environments are secured. While the cloud has extremely high public name recognition, few understand what it really means. Before the cloud, organizations purchased their own computer systems to run the application software needed to run the business. These computer systems were located in the organization's facilities and managed by teams of experts. While not always the case, often there was more than one computer system, or server, per major application. This setup was expensive because of the capital cost of the computer hardware and labor cost of the resident experts who kept it all running. But it was worth it. These systems raised overall productivity and helped maintain competitive advantage. Not long ago, someone noticed that of all their computer systems, only a few were completely busy at any given moment in time. Most were idle, waiting for the next transaction to come in. Bottom line, there were many wasted resources. A new way of using server hardware was developed called virtualization. Virtualization comes from old technology in mainframe computing that lets a single server run the operating systems and applications from multiple servers at the same time. Virtualization consolidates workloads onto fewer servers, increasing their use and saving money. It wasn't long until most data centers were transformed from rows of computer hardware dedicated to specific applications into a collection, or pool, of general hardware resources running virtualized applications. With the help of some ingenious entrepreneurs who built enormous data centers filled with generalized computer hardware, service providers offered to rent out portions of this infrastructure so that their customers could run their virtualized applications there instead of on their own hardware. With that, the cloud was born. This type of cloud computing is called Infrastructure as a Service, or IaaS. IaaS provides organizations with networking, storage, physical servers, and virtualization, while users must still provide computers with operating systems, middleware, data, and applications. Middleware is software that acts as a bridge between the OS and applications. An organization uses this type of service when demand for its services or products varies, such as during seasonal holidays when workloads on systems increase. Examples of this type of service provider are Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud Platform. There are other types of clouds as well. For example, service providers rent cloud-based platforms for software developers to develop and deliver applications. This service, named Platform as a Service, or PaaS, provides the OS and middleware, in addition to the elements provided by IaaS. This service makes it easier, more efficient, and cheaper for organizations to build, test, and deploy applications. A third example is Software as a Service, or SaaS. In this cloud service, the software is hosted by a third party. Typically, the end user connects to the application using their browser. Common examples of applications available through SaaS are Google Mail, Salesforce, DocuSign, and Netflix. Either way, moving the cost of having applications run on expensive, company-owned hardware, capital assets, to a model where the price is a recurring operating cost is very attractive to most organizations. When applications are hosted in a company's own data center, the security picture is straightforward. You put the appropriate security technology at the right locations to address the specific security concerns. Providing security for the cloud, however, is not so clear. Security is a shared responsibility between the cloud provider and the customer using the cloud services. Designed in layers, security includes both the physical components and logical components. The cloud infrastructure provided by IaaS vendors is protected in various ways. From an availability point of view, the infrastructure is designed by the vendor to be highly available, and it follows that the infrastructure uptime is the responsibility of the vendor. From a security point of view, the vendor is responsible only for securing the infrastructure it provides. As a customer, when you install one or more virtualized applications in the vendor's cloud infrastructure, you are responsible for securing the access, network traffic, and data applications. Most vendors supply some form of security tools so that various parts of the customer's cloud application environment can be secured. However, these tools can pose a few problems. First, these tools tend to provide only a few basic security functions, and they are the same tools the vendors use to secure the underlying infrastructure. If an attacker were to bypass these tools at the infrastructure layer, they would likely be able to bypass them at the customer's application level as well. Second, and perhaps more important, is the fact that many organizations operate in a hybrid world where some of their applications remain hosted in their own data centers, some in vendor A, IaaS cloud platform, some in vendor B platform, and various others with multiple SaaS vendors. This is what we call a multi-cloud environment, and it comes with a multi-cloud problem: multiple, independent, uncoordinated security solutions. A problem where complexity can scale geometrically with the number of cloud vendors involved. To make things more difficult, highly trained security staff are scarce. Additionally, it can be a burden to integrate and operate multiple non-integrated security environments simultaneously. All these factors can be a real problem. Fortinet has a portfolio of security solutions that are at home in a company's data center, providing the same consistent security and also optimized for all the leading IaaS cloud providers. You have completed the lesson. You are able to understand what the cloud is and how it came to be, identify the different types of cloud services, describe how cloud environments are secured.